Hi, my name is Jim Lang, the owner of Surface Savers in Phoenix. Over the past 18 years, we've been in over 15,000 houses. And over that time, we've seen reoccurring issues, and we get the same questions over and over from our customers. So I thought we would share that information with you, the questions and answers on how to remedy those issues. So the number one question we get is, what do I use to clean my countertops with? Customers really don't understand that this is different than granite, it's different than marble, any natural stone. It is a man-made surface, but it is not porous. It may be surface porous, but this is where customers get tripped up using granite cleaners primarily on their quartz. Because quartz is not porous, any granite cleaner that has a polish in it, so if you go to the store and you find a cleaner that says cleans and shines, that means it has a polish in it. The difference with quartz, because it's not porous, it cannot absorb any of that polish. It becomes a layer on the surface. And over time, that layer will slowly wear off, especially in high traffic areas where you're wiping it down a lot. That coating will slowly be removed. And ultimately what happens is you get an uneven finish. So any cleaner that is strictly for cleaning and not polishing would be acceptable here. You want to stay away from anything that's a corrosive or a solvent, like acetone, anything that's strong like that. A simple alcohol cleaner would work just fine. Windex, things like that are just fine. You just want to stay away from those cleaners that say it has a polish or that it shines. The second question we get is, can I place a hot pan on the quartz surface? The answer is absolutely not. The quartz countertop is made up of primarily two ingredients. One is a resin binder. The other is quartz that comes in different particulate sizes. But those two are blended together to create a slab. The resin in the countertop is heat sensitive. It will take up to 300 degrees, but taking a pan, especially from a gas stove directly onto a quartz countertop, it will most likely scorch the countertop, and sometimes it is beyond repair. The other heat source that sometimes catches homeowners by surprise, and we've seen this literally hundreds of times, is the use of crock pots or griddles where the elements are not insulated on the underside. And they're sitting there for a long time, and it will get the countertop so hot that you can't touch it. During this time, this resin is expanding, contracting, and looking for a weak spot. That's why we see many cracks that happen on inside corners of L-shaped countertops. So crock pots, if you're using crock pots or a griddle, make sure to put a trivet underneath, preferably a wood cutting board, which will not transfer the heat from the appliance onto the surface. You don't want your top to crack. The third question, should I seal my quartz countertops? This has been a bit of a controversy in our industry, but I'll set the record straight from someone who comes in after the fact. Tops have been installed 6 months to a year or longer. That's when the issues typically happen with sealers or any type of coating. So quartz was designed to prevent the sealing that's required for natural stone. There are some quartz that are better than others at resisting stains, and some sealers may be required. But know this, 6 months down the road, after life happens and it's being cleaned regularly, that surface will start wearing off and you'll start seeing a blotchy finish as a result. So just know that going in. I'm not saying not use a sealer, but expect maintenance as a result of sealer. Question number 4, why are my quartz countertops not as shiny as the granite countertops that I used to have? Quartz is actually a textured product. It is not, as we would call, one-dimensional, like glass or natural stone or porcelain. Quartz actually has a texture to it, and as a result, when the light reflects on the surface, this mutes the reflection slightly and will appear to be slightly hazy or what people would refer to as dull. This does not make your quartz countertop defective. This is a natural result of the texture from the quartz countertops. Some customers will try to make their countertop shiny. The way they do that is they go buy a polish and put it on. That causes more maintenance issues. I would recommend keeping it as a factory finish as you receive it. Question number 5. When I bought my Quartz countertops, I was told that the tops were indestructible. Why is it chipping and scratching? As someone who's seen thousands of jobs after the fact, I can tell you that any surface, stainless steel, it doesn't matter the surface, it's going to scratch and it's going to get damaged from just regular use. That's just going to happen. Chips on edges are very common with any surface that we work with. It does not make the quartz defective because it chipped. Scratching, quartz is very resistant to scratching, but like anything, it can scratch. But I would say that on the spectrum of countertops that are out there, going from Corian to laminate to granite to marble, it's one of the top surfaces that you can get as far as scratch resistance. So those are the top 5 questions that we're asked on a regular basis. If you're remodeling, building a home, or just thinking about getting new countertops, hopefully this will help you make your decision. Quartz is a great surface to have in a home. It's like anything, you really just have to understand what you have and the do's and don'ts that go along with that surface. If you have any questions, feel free to go to our website,